found me, you gave me a home within your love. I was running blind until you showed me that life could be this good. I want all my friends to know about you. No matter what it takes, I'll never stop. Everything I am is for your glory. My life's forever yours. I found one love, can't control it. Hit me like a wildfire, send me emotion. Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I have found one love, wild, wild love. Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I have found one love, wild, wild love.
Now I'm running far within your freedom. I don't even care what they would say. Living in your presence is the reason I'll never be the same. I want all my friends to know about you. No matter what it takes, I'll never stop. Everything I am is for your glory. My life's forever yours.
I found one love, can't control it. Hit me like a wildfire, send me emotion. Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I have found one love, wild, wild love. Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I have found one love, wild, wild love. I found one love, can't control it. Hit me like a wildfire, send me emotion. Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I have found one love, wild, wild love. One love, can't control it. Hit me like a wildfire, send me emotion. Nothing else compares, losing all my cares. Now that I have found one love, wild, wild love.
Do I look lonely? I see the shadows on my face. People have told me I don't look the same. Maybe I lost weight. I'm playing hooky with the best of the best. Put my heart on my chest so that you can see it too. I'm walking the long.
What's up, y'all? Y'all excited to be here? I know I said y'all, I'm a Texan. It's okay. Hit it, Sarah. All right, guys, stand on up. Come on up to the front if you want. We're going to go into worship. Let's put our hands up.
Something that I've never felt. This love is one in a million. Played hard, tried everything to fill it up. With one touch, I finally win. Your love kick-started my
electricity sparking something new in me, wilder than all of my dreams. You are the only one for me. Your love kick-started my heart. Electricity sparking something new in me, wilder than all of my dreams. You are the only one for me. The only one for me. There's no other name. There's no other like Jesus. I'm chasing after your heart. There's no rival to this feeling. I come alive in your love. Thank you, Jesus. Woo! Y'all sound so good. You may head to your seats.
Welcome everyone to C3 students. We're so excited to have you guys all here today. My name is Peyton.
And my name's Loud. And my name's Ethan.
And we are so excited to be your hosts for the night. I just want to welcome you all. We're so excited that you all can be here. And quick shout out to everyone who's joining us through a screen, whether it's YouTube or Instagram. We're so happy to have you guys here and joining us by whatever that looks like.
Yeah, and I just want to remind you all to take a quick 30 seconds to send the link to somebody that you know or talk to them about Wednesday and bring them next time. You never know. You doing that could change somebody's life.
Yeah, absolutely. And my last shout out is to everyone who's here for the first time, all of our VIPs. Woo woo!
Bueno, bueno, bueno.
We are so excited to have you guys joining us and checking out our community and our service here at C3 Students. I just want to remind you guys that if it is your first time, we do have a first-time gift for all of our VIPs back at that VIP station that you guys filled out that format. And take advantage of that. There's some fun little goodies in there. There's a Dairy Queen gift card in there, and you're only a first-time guest once, so make sure that you take advantage of that this week.
Yes, boom, 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 what Peyton said. We're going to kick it off with the 5 quick facts. This is really just to make sure we're on the same page with our expectations and just to make sure the night goes pretty smooth and easy. We want all of these expectations and facts to slide over really well, so we're not going to talk to you guys like you're 3-year-olds because you're not. So we're going to go into those right now. Peyton, you want to start us off?
Yeah, our first one is that everyone deserves respect. And this is so, so important, not just in here, but outside of this room, too. We want to make sure that you're respecting yourself, the people around you, and that you're also respecting the people that are up here on the stage doing worship and doing the message, and the leaders in your small group, and the tech team back there. We just want to make sure that everyone is getting the respect that they need, whether that looks like you making sure that you're not talking to the people around you, that you're not distracting leaders or people or whatever it is, that you're making sure that they're getting the opportunity to have that experience tonight that they deserve. So just make sure you're showing everyone respect, being a good person, and it's all gonna go great.
Yeah, exactly. The second fact is it's not date night, okay? So no smooching, no hand holding, no hugging. Let's not do that, okay? Couple reasons. Guys, it's awkward. It's weird, it's gross, disgusting even.
Yes.
Peyton doesn't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it. Molly doesn't want to see it. Jackson doesn't want to see it. None of it, okay?
No one wants
Jordan,
to see it.
No, we don't want to see it,
No one
okay?
wants to see it.
None of it, okay? So just keep it to yourself. That's pretty much all we ask.
Yeah, we're in this room for a limited amount of times to make sure that we're using the time in this room for this reason. And if you want to do that, there's going to be more time later on. So.
Yeah.
Okay, the third fact, we all know this one. Note takers are history makers. Make sure that if you guys hear something great up here in the message that's gonna come up in a couple minutes, that you guys pull out your phone, take those notes, because personally that's how I remember things the best and how a lot of people remember things the best, because if you go on with your lives, you can look back at those and those notes will still be there. Please make sure that you're only using your phone to take notes, because again, we have limited time in this room.
Yeah,
Make sure
yep.
that you're using this time to just be poured into and allow the Holy Spirit to work, and a distraction might be your phone. So just make sure you're only using your phones for that reason.
Yeah, agreed. Fact number 4
Yes.
is that this room is the place to be. What that means is that the bathroom is not the place to be.
No.
Okay? The lobby is not the place to be. Okay? This room is. The lights, the energy, the people. We're all family here. We're all trying to support each other. This room is the place to be. It's where you're going to get the most impact, and there's no reason to be out in the lobby or in the bathroom unless, you know, you have to do things in the bathroom. But guys, don't hang out in the bathroom even more, because it's really awkward when you actually have to use the restroom and there's somebody in there just talking.
Super weird.
So let's not do that. This room is the place to be, and let's operate as that. Peyton, what do you got
Absolutely.
next?
The last one is that you guys can expect a great night. Me and
Yes,
Ethan are both on the
yes,
tech
yes,
team,
yes.
and we know all the leaders, all the people that pour so much into this night, and we know that this night is going to be incredible. There's going to be so many great things that are going to happen. So we just want to make sure that you guys are putting yourselves in a position to experience that to the fullest, because that's what we want for you guys. That's what your leaders want for you, and ultimately that's what you should want for yourself
Yes.
from tonight. So make sure that you're putting yourselves in those good positions, following all 5 facts, and you guys will get that great night that I know that we're gonna have.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, a couple more announcements for you. Next week, the 18th, is crew night, okay? But even more than that, guys, it's outdoor movie night, okay? So bring a lawn chair, a blanket. Again, no cuddling, no smooching,
No.
none of it, okay?
None of it.
Keep it out of here, all right? You guys will be getting free popcorn, so that's a plus, yeah?
Yes.
But here's another, important detail. And listen up, okay? You guys will get to vote tomorrow on the movie.
Yes.
Now, to vote, you have to follow c3.students on Instagram, okay? And here's what I don't want to happen. I don't want you guys to show up and then cry about what the movie is when you guys didn't vote. Okay? If you guys don't vote, you don't get to cry. Okay? So make sure you vote and choose the movie that you want. And even if you don't like the movie, you guys are hanging out with family, so it'll be fun. Peyton, what do we got next?
The other important date that you guys need to get down is August 22nd. This is when river baptisms are happening.
Yep.
Baptisms are honestly my favorite days. I love coming to services where there's baptisms. I love going to the river when there's baptisms. And I know that tons of you guys have made that decision to follow Christ. And if that next step is to get baptized, put that date in your calendars, August 22nd. You can go to the link in our Instagram bio or c3tricities.com/baptisms to sign up and get more information on it. Honestly, if you feel that there's a tug on your heart to get baptized, or even just a tug to ask more questions, please ask those questions. Please look online for the information, because it's so important. And maybe you're just sitting in these seats today to hear that information, but whatever it is, please ask those questions. August 22nd, and even if you're not getting baptized, or if you already are baptized, put that date in your calendar, because baptisms are just a celebration.
Yeah,
It's such an
yep.
important time, and it's such a celebration where you can just go and celebrate all your friends and family around you that are getting baptized and see that change happening in their lives. It's so cool, and we want to be there to celebrate with them. So put August 22nd in your calendars. Go online if you need more information, but don't forget that day.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Next up, guys, we know that a lot of you have committed your life to Christ, or have recommitted your life to Christ, and even had a baptism recently. So we care about that a lot as a C3 Students family. And we actually have free resources for you guys. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, please find your leader after service and then get that hooked up for you.
Absolutely. So that's all the information we have for you guys. Just a quick thing. Me and Ethan have been wanting to do this for about a year.
Yeah, year and a half.
Year and a half. So
Yeah.
this is very exciting. So we are super thankful that you guys have given us your attention and your time during tonight. I know that God's going to work in this house tonight, and we just hope that you guys have an incredible night. Thank you guys so much for just giving us that time and respect right now.
All right.
So, awesome. Thank you. We're going to be jumping into a rest of the night with a guest speaker in our third week of Free Spirit. So check it out.
Wow, okay, like 20% of you. I said, hey, we doing good? Come on, isn't it summer? Some of y'all probably woke up like 3 hours ago, right? You should be you should be good, right? Hey, so glad you guys are here tonight. Welcome to C3 students. I just wanted to take a quick second and say hello. My name is Russ. I get the honor of being the youth pastor here at C3. We're so glad that you're here tonight. But I'm actually not going to be up here for much longer because we have a very special speaker tonight that I'm going to introduce here in just a moment. But man, he's more than a speaker. He's actually our newest staff member here at C3 students. And maybe you heard, maybe you didn't, but here just recently we were able to actually hire on this amazing guy as our assistant director of student ministry. So you're going to be seeing him a lot more. You're going to be seeing him up here a lot more. He's going to be helping us do some amazing events in the months to come. So buckle up. Make sure you get friends here because we are going to have a blast. But without further ado, I don't want to take any more time. Would you help me welcome one of our very own and our new assistant director here at C3 Students, Cory Dearing. Woo! All right, bro. Love you, man. Kill it. I'm going to go grab you a table. I'll be right back.
Thank you. I was going to, yep. All right, sweet. Because I was going to, like, put it on the imaginary air table here. That's okay. Ooh. I don't know. It'll be good, though. Come, table. I need you right now. Well, hey, before I got started with you guys tonight, I had a quick question for you guys. Hat or no hat? Hat? Okay, all right. Just because, like, I know if you all look at Russ, like, he always wears a hat during the services. So I was like, do I, like, deviate from Russ? Do I not? Like, I didn't know what to do. I talked to my girlfriend. She didn't know, so I figured backwards hat? Backwards hat. That's the difference. See, I'm young, Russ, and I can do these backwards hat things. It's not weird when I do it, right? Like, no, all right. So, well, hey, guys, I'm really, really excited to be up here. If I'm going to be real, I was taking, like, my heartbeat just sitting next to Christopher over here, and it was going, like, boom, 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 boom. I was like, oh, my God. Like, it'll be great, though. But yeah, so I wanted to start with a little bit of who I am. Obviously, my name is Cory Dearing. I just got hired on for the new assistant student director here. Basically, that means I'm like Russ Jr., like if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, just like picture Russ and what he does, and like the beard is smaller, like the height's small, like just everything is smaller. It's fine. But I am 23 years old. I was born and raised here in the Tri-Cities. Graduated from Kamaikan High School. Run Kano, go Braves. Who are my Braves? Yeah. Woo. Yeah, and everybody else is like, oh, that's weird. I'll go to Hanford. What? Like, it's fine though. Like, you know, any of these other places. But yeah, another fun fact for you guys. My favorite candy by far is Reese's, just like any Reese's peanut butter cups. We have any peanut butter cup lovers? Right? Dude, Maddie's over here just like, yeah, like let's go, dude. Super awesome. But yeah, hey, speaking of peanut butter, I did something a few months ago. Some of you guys might remember this and everything, but I think we have a picture in the back. So I have the name Peanut Butter Boy. And it's because there was this thing when I got introduced to like the whole scene and everything, it was kind of like you're told to spin this like wheel of misfortune, I guess, something like that, and it landed on peanut butter shampoo. So yeah, so here's a picture of me. So I had to take I had a big like Jif thing, and I took like handfuls of peanut butter and just kind of like put that all on my face, and you can tell I super loved it. I actually didn't. I put it on my goatee and everywhere, and it was terrible. It took me 20 minutes to get that out, by the way. I literally sat under the sink and like just the whole time. It was bad. That's why I'm wearing a hat today. Just kidding. It's not actually why. But yeah, that's pretty much that. But But yeah, so let's just get started in with the message stuff a little bit of the nitty-gritty stuff. Another thing to know about me is that I am terrible with directions. I don't know where my girlfriend Camry's sitting at tonight, but she knows I'm terrible with knowing where to go with certain things in my life. Like I don't know, I just like, you take the road with like the little, like, you know, like a little sign that says like stop on it, you turn right there. Like I don't know the street signs at all or anything. And I was driving home one day, I'm a college student, right? Going back home, and my mom and dad told me, they're like, hey, Cory, just letting you know, when you guys are going home, like, you know, Tri-Cities has been growing a lot, right? And because of all these like new roads and new things that are getting built, you might not know how to get home. And I was just like, no, I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I've literally been gone like 2 months. Like, obviously I know where I'm going, right? So I start going home, and like the road that I take to go home, it's Clodfelter Road. I literally just like go like this, and then the road goes like this. And then it goes like this, and I'm literally going like off to like Southridge, and all these other places and everything, and I have no idea where the heck I'm going. I was going this way, and I've been going this way my whole life. I know what I'm doing, right? It's my own house. But literally, I got lost on the way to my own house. I'm like sitting there, it's like 10:30 at night. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lost on the road, I'm like, ah. And then I hear this, oh, from above. Actually, it was my pocket. It was my phone, because I realized, oh yeah, this thing has Siri on it, and I can just use Google Maps to get home, which I was super embarrassed about because I literally had to Google Maps my own home. You know, that just is bad. But I realized in that moment, I didn't know where I was going. I was lost, and I had this little magic thing. Oh, Siri right here. Siri's not God, just disclaimer. That's a little asterisk next to it. Siri's not God. But it's very helpful to have someone who knows what's up, who knows when there's these new roads and everything and know where to go, right? And that's kind of what I want to get into today is when you're sitting there and you're going on the path just to whatever. Maybe you're trying to make that team, or you're trying to, you know, like finish up this art project or whatever it is and everything. Sometimes you don't know where to go. Like sometimes you don't know like what the right step is or where you should go in your life and everything, and you might take a left when you're supposed to go right and everything. Thank you. What if we do that in our life? Like what if we get lost in our own lives? And I'm not talking like, oh, dude, you know, I know classes are coming up soon. Like, yeah, dude, I'm going to sign up for like English because I'm like I'm not like the honors English because I'm bad at English. Or I'm going to go to this and everything. Like, what happens when you guys are going through your life and you don't know like what friends to hang out with? You guys don't know what events to go to. What happens when you realize like you've taken a wrong road? You know that you're already like 3 miles away from where you're supposed to be. Like, what do? That's a great way. Yes, Doug, absolutely, turn around. But how does that happen? Like, how do you know you're going on the wrong path? How do you know when these things are happening? Because guys, like, these are lives at stake. These are your own lives that are at stake here. These are souls on the line here, and we gotta figure out how to go. So how do we navigate? Like, what are we supposed to do? What's the right direction for us to go on? And that's what I wanna talk about today, is figuring out just where to go. So the world will tell you, and when I say like world, I mean like, I don't want to say like society, like we live in a society, you know, but like I want to say like the world, like everything that like your friends say, that social media says, that all of these different things out there can tell you. There's a lot of things that tell you got to go to college. That was mine. You have to go to college in order to succeed. I don't know about any of the other adults in the room, but that was one for me. Was you guaranteed have to go to that? Or you have to look a certain way. You have to be pretty enough to do this thing. Or you have to be athletic enough. You will never make the team because you don't do this, and everything. And there's a lot of things that are told to you. But what I want to submit to you guys tonight is that this thing right here, the little Bible, I don't like whatever you guys want to call this thing is like, this is gold. Like this is actually like weight in gold. Like this is a beautiful thing because this thing, the Bible will tell you what to do and it will tell you where to go in your life. Here's like, if you guys are like taking notes or anything, or if you guys like are taking mental notes or anything, this is the thing I want to give you guys tonight. There are many different paths and choices in our lives. There are many ways that we can go. There are many routes we can do with our lives. There's many decisions that we take, even right now for you guys who aren't listening right now. This is a choice for you guys to listen in on this too. Thank you. This is even quieter. You can tell that people are listening now. It's awesome. But obedience to God is never the wrong path. Like you might be able to go like a certain direction and you're like, I think this is it. Like, I'm not sure if this is the right thing for me. Like, am I supposed to do this or anything? But obedience to God is never going to be the wrong path. You can never go wrong with following what God tells you to do or what God calls you to do. Because God's kind of like, oh, oh, like God's kind of like the Siri thing here. Like God knows what's up. Like he kind of like, created everything. So I feel like that gives him the premise to tell us like what to do because he kind of knows what's going on here. So I don't know where you guys are at with Jesus. We all have our ups and downs. We all we might be feeling close to Jesus. We might not really know who it is. Again, some people might just say like, oh, Jesus, that's like my cousin down in Mexico. Like I know who that is. Like, yeah, I've got like 3 of them, like no. But what I want to let you guys know is that no matter where you guys, how far you guys feel with Jesus or how close you guys feel to Jesus, there's a bond. Like Jesus doesn't want you to like have this weird I was thinking just oh, I'm gonna follow you with everything, like just like while around. No. Jesus wants a relationship with you. He wants to be close to you. And I know that because he tells us what to do. He shows us love. And I feel like this gets said all the time, but this is so important and everything that Jesus came down and died on a cross for us. Like he died for us, dog. Like I got up late yesterday because I felt lazy and stayed up till 2 a.m. But this dude thinks that I'm worthy enough to be to die for. Like who am I? I'm just some 23-year-old kid. I don't know what I'm doing, right? But then Jesus comes and dies for us. What? That is just crazy. There's overwhelming passion and there's all this stuff that he does. And what I submit to you guys today is that what Jesus is calling me to do, what Jesus is telling me to do in my life is to be up here today and to speak to you guys, not because of anything that I have done in my life, but because of everything Jesus Christ has done at the cross, because of everything that he said every time the devil tempted him or said, hey, take the world right now, but you got to bow down to me. Anytime Satan did all that, Jesus said no, because he wanted someone to be up here to speak to you guys today in the exact seat you guys are at. And you guys, that's crazy. I feel like I'm going it's exciting stuff. But I don't just want to just say that to you. I don't just want to say a whole bunch of stuff to you. I want to give you guys a verse. This is from John 14. I'm actually going to turn to it. Let's see where it is. Here we go. John 14:6. It says, this is Jesus talking. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. It's a very, very simple little thing. I'm sure there's a million different billboards or little cardboard cutout things you can put in your house. Yeah, there it is. Woo! The whole thing. But I want to kind of dive into that tonight because I think that has something to say to us about when we're traveling on this road of life, figuring out where to go. First thing is that he says, I am the way. Did you guys catch that? He is the way. He's not a way through life. He is the way through life. Because again, he literally knows the best path. I mean, yeah, you can take the route that goes this way and everything and goes for 10 hours and everything, or you can go the way that God literally has laid out for you. Do you understand that God in his infinite wisdom and his ultimate glory that he has, his infinite glory and infinite joy, he created a specific path for you to go on. Every day, he's given you something to do. Every hour, every time you come here or go back to your house or go to school and everything, God literally has a plan down to the day for you because that's how big our God is. That's the God we serve, by the way. Welcome to C3 Church. Come on. It is awesome. I love how specific God is with that. He is the way. It is, oh my gosh. I think something that really speaks to me in that idea of it's being the way in life is that he doesn't want you to do it alone. Jesus wants you, yeah, he's the way, but he's not just saying yep, here's a little path and everything, bye, and everything. No, he's sitting there, right next to you saying hey, wherever you're at in your walk, if you're up here, walking alongside, I feel what's the yellow brick road thing? I was thinking of follow the yellow brick road. And they're skipping along and everything. Or if you are down because something hurt you or something happened to you in your life, Jesus is sitting here hey, follow me. I got this way to go. I know where to go, and I know you suffered, and I know this is hard, but come with me. I'm the way. That's just it's so profound when I read that for the first time and I got that. It's amazing. But I want to go on because there's more in this verse, even this short little 2 sentences. I am the way and I am the truth. He says, I am the truth, the capital T truth. And I didn't realize what that meant when you say capital T on it, is that it's not just some random truth. I know a lot of times there's like people out there, there's a general culture that says like, hey, like follow your heart. Like your truth is your truth and my truth is mine. You can do your own thing there. But what the Bible says, what Jesus claims, not only is he the way, he is the only truth that is actually true. Like he's the capital T truth. There is no other truths that stand above it. There is only truths that stand below it that only support what Jesus actually says. He is the capital T truth. And what that means for our lives is that we sit here on our phones a lot. Actually, I'm gonna, you know what? I was planning on doing this. I'm literally gonna look at my screen time. I wasn't gonna check it beforehand. I'm gonna check my screen time right now. My mom's actually in the audience. She won't be happy with us probably, but I'm at about 4 hours on my phone every single day right now. That is 4 hours. That's good. Okay, well, cool. I didn't know, honestly. But 4 hours on my phone, that's basically a part-time job of me being on my phone. Like, do y'all realize that? Like, I've definitely know some people that have had 6 or 7 hours, and that's literally approaching a full-time, actually, no, that is a full-time job of being on your phone, listening to Instagram, going onto Facebook, going onto Twitter, like whatever it is, TikTok, like there's so many different things out there, and those things are influencing you constantly, giving you things, feeding you different things that might not all be true. Like, do you guys realize that, like, as you guys take in all this content, I know, like, Russ has gotten up here before, and there's plenty of people that have said it, like, show me your 5 best friends or your closest friends, and I will show you your future, because those are the people who influence you. What about the Instagram stuff? What about when you guys are just scrolling aimlessly, like, you think it's just like, oh yeah, I'm just kind of bored and everything, but, like, you start to take that in, and then it becomes like a habit, and almost like an addiction to your phone and to these ideas that might not even be your own anymore. Like there's just these other things out there, and if those things are lies, like now we're taking in a bunch of lies, and now we're believing these lies and going towards it and everything. So it's so amazing that God can say that this thing, what Jesus says and what Jesus calls us to, is the capital T truth. That is so significant that I can open this thing up and I don't have to worry about what the politics are. I don't have to worry about what the flippin' COVID guidelines are. There's so many different things out there. And like there's so many different stuff out there. But like when I come to this thing, it doesn't change. Like this thing is everlasting. Like it is, oh my gosh, like it is so good. So it's so nice to be able to have this. And that's what I really want to show you guys tonight, is that this thing is absolutely the truth. But here's something else that I want to go onto as well. So I am the way, I am the truth, and then I am the life. Like there's a lot of ways that like I'm a video game guy. I'll just give you guys that. I love playing League of Legends. I love watching esports for League of Legends. It is amazing. I will never take that away from Cloud9, RIP their playoff season, but that's okay. Like I love doing these things, but I have to recognize sometimes that when I watch these things or when I play these games or when I do these things in my life, I have to recognize that that is not what life is. That's not life. Like what God tells us, what Jesus tells us, that he is the life. Like have you guys ever walked around life? You don't raise your hands for this, but just think about this for a second. Like have you guys walked around life sometimes and felt like you were just kind of like existing rather than living? Again, don't raise your hands or anything, but just kind of like going through the motions, you know? Like, because I've definitely felt that in my life sometimes, but I've got to, like, sometimes what helps me and what I need to realize and recognize is that God is the one who puts the life into my bones. He's the one who lifts me up. He's the one who gets me the courage to come up here today when I'm like shaking or anything like that, to get up here and speak to you guys today, because I know that there's a God above who came and again, died on a cross for us. And we can do anything because of that now. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, who gives me the courage when I am nervous, the courage when I am being like just beaten down or whatever it is. Like he is the life. So he is the way to do life. He's the right path. He is the way to do the path as well and everything, but he's also the life. Like that's like the life path. You can go down like a death path, I guess, but he has the life path. That's a good one. I was thinking like the game of life, you know? Y'all ever play Game of Life? Is that even relevant anymore? Is that like too, okay, I was gonna say like, thank you for making me still feel relevant, but so Jesus is the way. I think we got that now. And so he's got this like certain path for you. He's got this way to do it, But what is that path? And the question that I want to ask is just, again, this is like the next like little part that I want to talk about. If you guys are taking notes, this is a good like little caption, is what does Jesus call you to do? Like, what does Jesus call you to in your lives? Because a lot of times you'd be like, yeah, dude, like Jesus is the best and everything. And then you're like sitting there going, like, Jesus is the best and everything. And then he's telling you to go this way. And you're like, yeah, but you're the best though. You're the best. And then you fall off stage. And you're like, I didn't fall. That's good. It's fine. A lot of times with like preaching and stuff, they always tell you to like stay in a relative bubble and everything. But I like to like move around and do a bunch of stuff. So hopefully I don't trip on anything. We're good. But what does Jesus call us to? I'm gonna flip the page and we're gonna find out, guys. Y'all ready for this? I think a really easy thing, first off, just as like a base for us to start with, is that we are called to be with Jesus. Like first and foremost, like Jesus, wherever we're at on our paths or anything, like Jesus is like our first thing, that we are called to be with Jesus and everything. I don't want you to worry about what your hair looks like or what's going on in your life. And I know there's stressors and everything there, but I promise you guys, Matthew 6, 33, 34, if you seek first the kingdom of God, then all these things, all of these, like if you're worried about what to eat or where you're at, like socially or anything like that, like all these things will be added to you if you seek first his kingdom, if you seek first Jesus. You won't have to worry then. So that's like the first thing I want to say. But to get a little more practical with you guys, and this was my hope for you guys tonight. My hope is that I would get up here not to just like give you a bunch of like, yeah, you guys can be like teachers or you guys can be firefighters and things like that. What I want you guys to do is I want to give you a few things, and then I want you guys to take it and then go from there to just the world, like however that applies to you. So I'm going to give you a verse right now. This is in Romans 12, 6-8. It says, we have different gifts. By the way, this is Paul talking. By the way, this is one of Jesus' disciples. He's super awesome. We have different gifts according to the grace given to us. If your gift is prophesying, then prophesy in accordance with your faith. If it is serving, then serve. If it is teaching, then teach. Woo, shout out. If it is to encourage, then give encouragement. If it is giving, then give generously. If it is to lead, do it diligently. If it is to show mercy, do it cheerfully. Now, this is a long list of a bunch of different things that you guys can do, but I want you to recognize that I don't think Paul wanted it to necessarily stop there. You know, like that was just like, I think that's just like a really good set of examples that you can give. But I mean, like, holy crap, if you like, showing mercy was literally a thing in like God's kingdom. Like your like main thing is like, yeah, dude, I'm the mercy bringer. Like I just give mercy to you. Like, oh yeah, forgive you for that thing you did to me. That was terrible. And like all this stuff, and you just walk around and do it cheerfully. And that's literally a thing. Like what? That's so awesome. That's super easy, but it's not easy. Because God has literally gifted us with these unique things. Like, I want you guys to know that like, oh, I forgot I was about to say this, and then I read it in here. Oh, you are God's masterpiece. We talked about that in a verse forever ago, whenever it was. I honestly don't remember at this point, but the point is, you are God's masterpiece. I'm going to say it a third time. You are God's masterpiece. And what that means is, you weren't just like made to be this one thing. Your identity is not just the fact that you play volleyball. Your identity is not just the fact that you're good at science or whatever it is for you. You have a unique and intricate identity that is found in Jesus Christ. Like God created you to be a masterpiece, and the way you discover the full potential of your masterpiece is following Jesus and understanding all the gifts that he's given you, like these ones that are talking about encouragement or giving or leading or showing mercy. Like all of these things you can discover if you go towards the way, the truth, the life. It is, oh my gosh, it's so significant, guys. And another one that I want to give you guys too, this isn't up there, but I just want to kind of rapid fire through this and everything. We have, as Christians, we have the Holy Spirit of God inside of us. Again, this infinite wisdom God, the infinite wisdom of God. We have this Spirit inside of us as well. And he talks about the fruits of the Spirit, i.e. like this is what the Spirit produces in you. And he talks about the fruit of the Spirit being, like the fruit or the works of the Spirit being love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. I'm going to say it a little bit slower so you guys catch this. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. And these are all things that we can do in our lives. Like we can choose to love the people around us. We can choose to have kindness and goodness and patience and everything. And we can, quite frankly, choose to have self-control in situations that we aren't really good at sometimes. Like, yeah. Doug's just laugh. I just love it and everything. But it's true though. It's true that like God has given us all these different tools and all these different things that we can do. So the question is, what are you gonna do about it? Like what are you gonna do about it? Like what are you gonna do about it? There's all these different things that we can do, and what are we gonna do about it? What are we gonna do about it? No, just kidding. This is a joke. You're good. But this is the part where this is your job now. Like I've been up here. I've been sitting up here for about 25 minutes or so. I've been giving you guys hopefully some good words and everything. God's speaking through this tonight. But now, this is your guys' part now. Like I'm passing the baton to you guys now. Because there is all this love, joy, peace, patience, kindness. There's all this forgiving. There is the encouragement. There's the leading. There's the mercy. There's all this stuff. But it's on you guys now to be able to apply that. Like, I can sit up here all day and I can talk to you guys about God and how amazing He is and how you can go down the right path, but I can't take the step for you guys. Like, that is on you guys, and I need you guys to understand that this is the best decision you could ever make in your life. I know there's a well-respected pastor that I know named John Piper. He's got tons of books, he's got tons of things, and he says, one of the book titles literally is just, don't waste your life. Just don't waste what God has given you. You understand that you are a masterpiece in God. Like you are created beautifully in God, and you're just gonna throw that away? Like, don't do that, dog. Like, God told you to go this way. Like, God is telling you, go this way with your life, and that is the best way, the way, the truth, the life that you can go towards. But then sometimes we veer off and we go this way, and we wonder why our life kind of sucks sometimes. Like, we have to take this in, but we have to apply it. I know Russ was talking with our influencers today. We have this thing, it was like soap. When you're reading the Bible, soap. And we're not talking about like washing the Bible clean as if it's dirty or anything, but the A in that is talking about application, because you can read the Bible all you want, but if you don't apply it, if you don't apply or actually look at what God is teaching you in there, we're just going this way, and we're off in the weeds, and we're off in the dirt, and we are never gonna find our way home. But if you have a God above who you are listening to, again, disclaimer, series, not God, but if you call upon the name of Jesus, He will come down to you and He will guide you in the right path. So what are you going to do? Your guys' days of summer, I know, are ending at this point. I know we have about 3 weeks left until the end of August or so. But I want you guys to think about that for a second. Again, what are you gonna do in your life? No. How about what are you guys gonna do before the summer ends? 3 weeks, you got 21 days. What are you going to do in the next 21 days? Like, where are you gonna go in your life and everything? Because my hope for you guys is that it's the best thing for you. My hope is that you have the best life these next 21 days, which is God's way. So what are you gonna do, not 3 weeks, let's shorten it. What about tomorrow? What are you guys gonna do tomorrow? Or even shorter, what are you guys gonna do right after this? Like right after I get done up here and everything, we're gonna have a little bit of worship, it's gonna be awesome, but what are you guys going to do? Are you guys gonna say like, yeah, dude, this guy Cory was up there, he was all hype, he did this like cool dance move at one point, he was all being all awesome. Like, no. What if we actually took the time during the worship or during a prayer section to like sit down and say, God, like, what do you want me to do with my life? Like, where do you want me to go? What do you want me to do with my tomorrow? Because I don't know. The whole point of me not being God is that I don't know. If I did know, I was God, but I'm not. I'm some 23-year-old kid who doesn't always know the right path. And that's why every morning I try to pray, and I'm like, God, I don't know what you want me to do today. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to speak today? Do you want me to like preach to these kids and everything? Are you sure? Do you know me and everything? And God says, yes. I know and I love you and I want you to do this today. And it starts now, guys. it starts tonight. It starts as we're sitting here now. I'm going to lead us in prayer as the worship team comes up here, guys. So with every head in here bowed and every eye closed, hands clasped together, if you want. I love that. Let's do that. Ready? Sorry, do that on 3 together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That was awesome. God, I thank you for who you are. I thank you that you came down and you sent your son, not just to die on a cross for us, but to give us all this wisdom and all these different ways that we can go about our lives. Lord, I pray that the kids that are under the sound of my voice and the adults and everyone who is under the sound of my voice right now would understand that God has a plan for them. God has a life for them, a life that they are supposed to live. And if they go off of that path, that's fine. That's their own decision. But God, let it be your path. Let it be your way because it is the best. Lord, would you give the joy where it seems like there is no joy right now? Would you help the people who are feeling hurt, who are feeling down right now? Would you help lift them up off the ground? Jesus, would you just be here and show everyone, show me, God, who you are and everything that you are to us. God, you are everything. Would you just be with us and help stir in us an affection for you as we go into this worship time. So, God, I thank you for everything you've done tonight. I pray this through your holy name. Amen. All right, well, hey, guys, once again, we're going to get time for worship and everything. Love you guys. Peace out.
Why don't you guys go ahead and stand up? We're going to enter into God's presence for a little bit. hopeless find hope. Healing happens in your presence, God. Oh, have your way. Let's sing this out. Chains fall. Chains fall. Fear and bow. Here and now. Jesus, you change everything. Lives healed. Hope found. Here now. Jesus, sing it like you mean it, guys. Chains fall, fear bow, here now. Jesus, you change everything. Lives healed, hope found, here now. Jesus, you change everything. Oh, Jesus, oh, you change it all. Oh, you bring me hope. Oh, you're with me in the valley, God. Oh, you fight every battle. Chains fall, oh, chains fall. Chains fall, fear bow, here now. Jesus, you change everything. Lives healed, hope found, here now. Jesus, you change everything. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. The weapon may be formed, but it won't prosper. When the darkness falls, it won't prevail. 'Cause the God I serve knows only how to triumph. Oh, my God will never fail. Oh, my God will never fail. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see a victory. Give it up for Jesus, you guys.
Why don't we take 30 seconds? And if you know that God has taken evil things in your life and turned them for good, why don't we take 30 seconds and thank him? Why don't we take 30 seconds and lift up a shout of praise?